And we're back. And we're back. I'm your host, Hassan Aline,
Co-host Kyle Williams.
and special guest Dee
DD.
Dee. And we're going to go
One
right to
four
the
four
phone.
zero. 1440.
Caller, you on there? Hello, caller. We're on. Okay. Caller, we're on. We're back.
Yes.
Go right ahead. Go
Yes.
right
Good
ahead.
morning.
We
Good
can.
morning.
Good morning. We
Morning.
can hear you. We can hear you. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
Something that hasn't been brought up. We have a situation developing in this city that will be taking us back to the Coleman Young Sr. era when he was elected, and one of the factors that got him elected was the number of white police officers and firefighters in this city. What will result in another 5 to 10 years, they will have the seniority and they will occupy the city. They will occupy the city because they have the seniority over the young black firefighters and police officers coming into the system. Occupied city, that's what's happening. Nobody's talking about it.
Raphael,
Yes.
so what can we do?
Get out and vote.
Thank you.
Well,
Get
you
out
have.
and vote.
Yeah, you're
Coleman
absolutely
Young
right.
Jr.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What the caller just mentioned, the occupied army. All
We
these white folks on the police department. The police department,
we
ladies and
going
gentlemen,
back to times before
is
Coleman Young, okay?
95% white.
White.
That's so says the Detroit News, so it may be 98%. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the
Too many.
force is now a occupied army, and we have talked about it. We have also said that, and what was that last? If it wasn't last week, well, Mary Waters was on with us last week, but the week before
Week
last,
before last, yeah.
how the grandmothers pray now that their sons and grandsons come home without being assaulted or beat half to death.
I don't go to sleep, or I might go into a light drift off until the grandbabies come in, and they
And
shut that door.
how old is your grandson?
21
Okay.
and 19.
So 19-year-old and 21 year
Yes.
old. Yeah. It's not
Yes.
even in those days. They just beat us half to death.
Right.
But they didn't shoot us down like dogs. They shoot you in the back because they were scared.
Who was that running against Coleman? The chief of police?
Ooh, Mike Duggan.
No, Nichols,
Oh, you talking about
talking about?
Blackjack Nichols.
Blackjack
That's what they
Nichols.
call him nickname because he would beat. He put that wood on your head. Put that blackjack upside black folks' head, and they don't understand it. You know the problem is young blood, millennium, whatever name you want to go by. Your uncles and grandparents won't tell you the truth. I don't know why your father hiding it from you. They won't tell you how they were treated, how we were treated.
Oh, yeah.
They won't tell you that because they want it to be like a kumbaya moment. But you're looking at it on television. You're looking at all over the country, Missouri, all over the country, they shooting blacks down. There could be a 12-year-old black boy that's playing in Cleveland. They killed him. Oh, we thought he had a gun. What you mean you thought? Somebody call in, and all they got to do is call in and say, oh, that N got a gun. That N-word got a gun. And they out there shooting before they get out the car. Now, how is it that this state trooper sticks his arm out the window to taser
In the
a
car.
black man because he's riding on a
15 years old.
all-terrain vehicle, ATV, all-terrain vehicle. So he's out there. For whatever reason, you stop him, you pull him over. The state police shouldn't be in Detroit, period. But all them racist cops in there, pulling people over, ticking them, flying up and down the street. They don't do that out in the suburb. They don't run 100 miles an hour
No.
chasing nobody in the suburbs like they do here, like it's a wild, wild
But
west.
Duggan invited them in. It used to be they would just be on the freeway.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
now they're riding our streets.
Well, that's what they do. He don't want to hire any blacks on the police force, so he bring the whites in. And they got the county task force in here. So only thing is, soon as he get in, they gonna uncuff him. They gonna be unbridled, unfettered,
Yes.
and you will see how many blacks get shot and killed by the police after that. The man's trying to get it, and the preacher ain't open their mouth.
No, no.
Them chicken eating, handkerchief head preachers ain't open their mouth.
$5 and a pork chop.
I guess they still what they gonna get paid now that preach at the church. How you gonna have a funeral at the church and your church closed down? What's wrong with them? They don't think, they don't do anything. What you
Pitiful.
praying? Okay, where's
Pitiful.
the address? Where's the address to the?
Okay, I have the address to Steve's Soul Food. Thank you, caller. 1440 Franklin, zip code 48207 if you want to map quest it.
It's downtown.
Downtown, 1440 Franklin. Tickets are at the door.
You know,
That's
what
Only
right,
$20.
is,
Yes.
if you
Get
make
to
it
see Carl do the ballroom dancing.
down from Rivard. You know, Rivard. You know where Rivard Street is? About a block, 2 blocks from I-75 freeway. It's going to the river on Jefferson. You're south of Jefferson. You have to cross. You're going south on Jefferson to the river. It's 4 or 5 streets down there. And Franklin, what's the other one the credit union is on? Well, the credit union's on Jefferson. So it's a credit union there, and you can make a right turn at the credit union and go down those 1 or 2 blocks is Franklin. Or you can go down Rivard to Franklin,
Franklin, yeah.
just like you're going to the Renaissance. You know, you're going back there
Back,
at water.
right.
You're going back to the water. So a lot of people don't know where it's at from the west side and different places.
So it's east or west of the credit union?
It's between, I would say, well, I don't even know that street, the credit union. It's on Jefferson.
Jefferson,
But if you make a right turn, well, it'd be 10 where which way you're coming. You know, you want to go south on Jefferson, not Jefferson, south. Yeah, you want to go south toward the river at water. You know, if you're going to the Renaissance Center, you're going toward the river.
Yeah.
In back of it. You know, it's still a few blocks to go. So that's Franklin Street. That's where it's at. And you can go down Rivard. That would be, if you're coming off the freeway, they would come off the freeway, I-75 for the lodge, they go over to Rivard, and then they would make a right on Rivard to go with Franklin. And then see
Okay.
the cars.
Oh, okay.
You know, they got a big parking lot, gated, so shouldn't be any problem. Now, where we at on this thing here? Carla, thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Yeah, I needed to add the fact that de-insurance is going to cause thousands of job loss with GMC, Receiving, and St. John. It's catastrophic and detrimental. It is nothing good for its citizens. Instead of them focusing on redlining, they want to focus and loot the people some more with no benefits.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
taking my call.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Now, you know, she's absolutely right.
Yes.
Mike Duggan gets in and forget about Detroiters. He sends the jobs out.
Yeah.
He privatized the
Talked
jobs.
about that last week.
Yeah, even the fire department training facility. They have a fire department training facility on Warren, I think around 15th, but it's on Warren when you between Grand River and that 696 freeway, 96 freeway. A functional training facility for the Detroit Fire Department. And the other caller was that Raphael was talking about that. You know, the rules at the fire department are by seniority. They got that in the charter, isn't that something?
Yeah.
And the charter committee overlooks that when they go. So it's by charter, there's no test, it's seniority. Isn't that something? They don't need a test. I guess you're gonna be so messed up with the smoke and all that, you know, they don't, you won't be able to think good, and your breathing is gonna be bad. So for whatever reason, they put it in there that they don't need to test. So all this stuff about qualifications, man, you need to blow that out your ear. All they want to know if you can carry that hose, can you run up some stairs, and can you run in a burning building. Now I'm gonna tell you, that ain't a job for Hassan. That's a job for those that want to do it.
Yeah, because you have to take an endurance test.
Yes. Have you ever been in that building? That way up on the 4th floor?
Well, I
where
worked
you gotta,
construction before.
Right.
Now, I can do it, but that smoke is what kills you. And the firemen, and ladies and gentlemen,
good condition to do that stuff.
well, it don't matter. That smoke. I don't care if you could be Hercules, any of those mythical characters. You could be King Kong. That smoke is what kill you. It cuts your breathing off. And they running into the building without their masks on and stuff. And it's in the law. It's in the state law, and the firefighters and police ordinance or something. I don't remember that title, but they automatically go on workers' comp when they get that chest infection or whatever it is. Whatever that is they get from that, the scars and all that asbestos and stuff they be breathing, and where they can't breathe. Oh, they put that in the state law. So a lot of firemen may get on it or know about it or play on it. But hey, that is a very dangerous job. That's one of the number one, you could say, for fatal deaths.
Yeah, health hazard job.
It's between the firemen and construction workers.
Yeah.
Or linemen, like electrical workers up on them poles, the wind blow them down. It's the same thing with them firefighters. That's a very, very dangerous job, and they don't get enough money for it, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, somebody got to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it. But, the other thing is, people say, well, if Coleman Young is elected, he can get the job. And I don't know why they don't come out and say that. Coleman Young for job for Detroiters.
That's right.
That's right.
Job for Detroiters.
No more privatization. Okay, jobs that we used to have when his father got in there are now privatized.
Right, that's what Archer and Mike Duggan, he don't make any bones about it.
No.
He don't give out, we didn't get the
People that are cleaning our streets it's private.
All of it's private. Private contract. All these playgrounds and parks they're redoing.
Private.
Private.
That's why Coleman fought against privatization.
And private don't mean black.
Hey, thank you.
Just had to say it.
Well, hey, they ought to see it. All they got to do is go out there and look.
Look.
And it don't make any difference. They don't care what they do as long as they get that money. They did Gordon Park over there in the 5th District, Councilman 5th District for the City Council. Right there by, on the corner of Claremont and Rosa Parks, 12th Street. They didn't bring any new swings, same swing there, no additional swings. They took up the trees and then turned around and replanted the same trees.
Yeah.
They just spending money. Then they put these big boulders out there just for decoration, I guess. And, hey, it ain't their money. They spending it. Carla, you on there?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Tyrone.
morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, the state collects the income tax, and for 36 got a financial review board that controls lock, stock, and barrel. The mayor of Detroit's office, that's the administration. They control the legislation. They got the last word, and they got their man in finance, Hill, over finance in Detroit. And they can cut the salaries off of the mayor and of the city council, and they can stop funding because they control the budget. They made sure they kept all the money they got. A lot of people don't know that whoever holds the purse calls the tune. Now, if that's not false, I don't care who you elect on the mayor or the city council. If they don't fight that absolute law,
where the governor controls everything like a king does under feudalism, unless that is false, then all elections, all running for office is only given the legitimacy that we in Detroit are inferior and we accept living under second-class citizenship. I just want to let you know that whoever got the purse calls the tune. I'm 67. I've been hearing this since I was in elementary, and I've seen that to be true. And they got the purse. And unless we fight that, you all, unless we are through. I don't care who we elect. They got to fight that, and they got to organize the people right now. They can't wait to get in office and go to court, because court is not. They own the court. So I'm just looking at this election and all this hooray, like we got an election as usual, when we living under absolute dictatorship from Lansing out of Article 7, Section 22 of the Constitution of Michigan. I just want to, while everybody's talking, just to remind you where we at.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay, now.
Well, Tyrone brings up a good point, a heck of a point. And that is nobody's following the law. That review board and all that stuff, that's illegal. That's illegal, but the folks go about it. Well, hey, look, Duggan is in there. Duggan and Snyder are buddies.
Yeah, they're buddies.
They're buddies. They've been buddies. Mike Duggan was right there with the EAA, Educational Achievement Authority, to get rid of the schools. The state has been in control of the Detroit public schools for over 20 years and run it into the ground. Tore up the Detroit public school system, decimated the city of Detroit property values. That was done by the state of Michigan.
That's right.
Through the schools. No schools in the neighborhood. Guess what? No children, no neighborhood. You can't get your property values up. Their kids got to go where they can go to school at. They know it, you just didn't know it. Okay, that was Mike Duggan. He was there. Mike Duggan been there. He said, oh, we need a black guy. And he was there, let's get Kevin Orr. Mike Duggan was there for the bankruptcy. Just because he was hiding in the background don't mean he wasn't there. We know that by the emails, the Robert Davis emails. And you got some crazy people on the pension talking about, well, I'm going to vote for him again so he can take some more of my money. They done lost their mind.
Yeah,
Yes.
They done lost. Quit taking that medicine because it just makes you see now. They done went crazy. So it's all planned.
Right.
Now, Coleman Young get in there, he can change it.
He can change
Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he can get your pension back. He
Oh,
can restore, the quickest thing he can restore is your health benefits. Come on now. He can restore the health benefits.
That's alone is enough for you to vote
The
for
man
Coleman
can
Young.
get you some jobs. I know what you're saying. Oh, he can't do it. Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
You don't know nothing about it. You never heard of a provisional employee. All the union stewards, all the people that got your old contract tucked away somewhere, it's in there. If you're an ASME worker, it's in there. Provisional employee. They don't even have to take a test. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Provisional, all they do is sign a piece of paper. Is it illegal? Yes. Provisional employees are with the state of Michigan and with the county government. Oh, Oakland County got a bunch of them. That's how L. Brooks Patterson gets their people in there. Provisionally.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. You better put Coleman Young in there if you want to change this thing around. And as he said, it's illegal. They can't. It said we can adopt and frame our own charter. Cities should have the power to adopt resolutions and ordinances relating to municipal concerns, property, and government, subject to the Constitution and law. So these laws that they have created violate the Michigan Constitution. We didn't vote on that. We didn't vote to turn over our tax money.
Nope.
Those are crooks. You don't even know how much tax money you're getting. I've never heard anything. And see, they hear and say, well, we doing this under the bankruptcy. What bankruptcy? Huh?
That was illegal.
You don't have to follow, the city of Detroit doesn't have to follow Anything they did in bankruptcy, they won't tell you that. They won't do nothing. Mike Duggan is okay with him because he gets a chance to send everything out to Livonia. He gets a chance to say,
Livonia
oh,
Mike.
guess what? They didn't tell me. We're going to have to cut your money again with his line behind. Y'all, well, he not lying. He lying about the fact that if there's enough money, it don't need to be cut. But he said, you know what? That's too much money for you black folks to have. That's what it's all about, that racism, that I'm superior to you. And I don't think you should have that money. That's what they're talking about. Let's take a call. Caller, you on the air. Go right ahead, caller.
Good morning, Brother Carl, Brother Hassan, and to your guests.
Good morning.
You know, Brother
Good
Carl,
morning.
Brother Hassan, and the Queen. You know, we failed
Thank
to
you.
look at what has been going on amongst us for the last 400 and some years, Carl, Brother Hassan. As far as this system, when you talk about government and you talk about politics, it's been the thorn in black people's side. And we're so caught up in it, but we can't even see that this whole system has been waging war against us. And we are losing casualties on a consistent basis. And we are not even, our eyes are not even open to the time and what's actually going on right here in America. Detroit is one of the most important cities on the planet today. This is the city where in the Masonic and Mason order, amongst white people, Detroit is the Mecca. Mecca is where knowledge and wisdom start. And so we fail to realize Detroit, understand, is their base or whatever. And they're not going to allow us to come in and change their world or their system. And so we fail to realize, understand, they're killing us in degrees through our doctors, through the water, through the weed centers that are being put all over the city. We are being destroyed. We don't even realize that we are in a war. Right. And the only hope that we have is in Almighty God. And the only reason why we're still is because God has so much love for his people that he's fighting the war. And we don't even see it. What you saw going in Puerto Rico and all them islands where the Federal Reserve sits, and you're looking at, understand, all this money is being poured out in Texas, you got to look at, there's going to be a food shortage. All the crops were just about destroyed in Florida. All the crops are just about destroyed in Texas. If you look out in California, everything is burning up. There's going to be a food shortage. We don't even see the war between God and Satan going on right before our very eyes. But as a people, we better wake up and realize, understand, it's more than just politics. If we don't come together and separate, we're going to be destroyed. And that's what time it is, Brother Hassan. It's either separation or death. And keep watching the weather. Keep watching the forces of nature. The Almighty Muhammad told us over 80-some years.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate
you all have
that.
a blessed day. Love you.
You too.
Thank you, caller.
You know, that food shortage,
It's coming.
Oh, it's here.
well, you know what, though? That's going to be a healthy thing, right? When you lose weight, you don't have that high blood pressure. We got to look at it, huh? The folks going to lose some weight. I know they're going to be hollering and crying and everything. But we need to grow our own garden.
Yes, we do.
We can do that. We can go out
used
there.
to do it.
We
need to
used
get back
to do it.
That's
right.
We used to do it. Well, Dee, what do you want to say? We got a couple minutes
I
before
just
we...
want to thank you guys for having me on, and I was going to mention the single parents for Coleman Young. That's going to be an event by Hood Research. Is also combining at Burt's on October the 12th. So that's two events, one October the 4th and October the 12th.
All right. So we want them to go down on Franklin Street, though,
On the 4th.
All right. What do you got to say, Kyle, as we round it down on time?
Well, that's it. Just don't forget to get out there and vote.
And it does make a difference who you vote for.
Oh,
We
yes.
voted for Mike Duggan. You voted for Mike Duggan.
And you see
I
the
say
difference.
and you see what happened. First thing he did was get rid of all the jobs. He hired all the white folks. Wow. It's now it's an occupational army in the city of Detroit.
That's right.
We have to get out and vote, and you need a job, and that's how you get a job, by voting. Yeah, it's a corrupt system, but we don't even know how the system operates. We don't know how the system operates. It don't operate in our behalf. But we died on time. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Hassan Aleem.
Co-host Carl Williams.
Special guest,
Dee Dee.
DD.
Dee Dee. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.